What's up, guys? Thrash here. Oh, Ian, but they call me Thrash in the racing world. Well, we're here. 3C Regional Finals, Multi-GP. NTD.
What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Fixing quads like always.
Fixing quads like always. Nick the Destroyer.
I whipped my positive pad off my DYS board.
Oh, Zang. Well, hopefully we'll get you back up in the air. Hey, look at this thing. The tank. Twin quad frames. This is the guy that I get all of our GoPro mounts from, believe it or not.
You guys feature my GoPro mount all the time.
Yep, we're gonna have to give Corey here a shout out. Corey of Twin Quad Frames. Really, really great products, great customer service, and it's awesome. Jimbo Slice, our 13-year-old team CQS pilot. Come walk and talk with me, buddy. Basically, we're training him now, kind of trying to get him up to speed, but he's fast. He's fast. He's only been flying for a little bit, so he's gonna be quick, aren't you, Jimmy?
Yep.
And what are they calling you? Jimbo Slice, right?
Slice.
That's his name. We have Heisenberg.
You don't want that bell, do you?
No, I'm okay. I don't need the extra bell. We got extra parts for days. There's always bells being tossed around. Hey, do you need this? You need that? That's the cool thing about this community, that everybody's actually relatively cool. Everybody's down to help and give you like a spare part or give you a spare arm, give you a spare ESC, anything that you really need. Spare props, motors, you name it. If someone has an extra here, they're gonna be able to give it up. The races went well, for me at least. The premise of today's lapping was to make it on what they call the list. And the list consists of 30-something pilots, and these 30-something pilots, they actually get a chance to go to a pre-qualifier at Reno. In order to make it into this list, you had to have a certain amount of laps. And that number of laps today happened to be 15 laps. The racing rounds were 7 total rounds. There was 2 practice rounds and 5 total race rounds. And we got to drop 2 heats that were, our slowest laps, which was good for people who got to crash out. I crashed out a couple times and things like that. The magic number was to get 3 5s. That was 15 laps. I managed to do that today. I don't know how. I had a first race round, I got a 5, and then I crashed out and got a 2. That was one of my drops. Then I got another 5, and then I got a 3. And then I had one final round, and everything was on the line. If I didn't get this 5, I probably wasn't gonna be making it to Reno. I ended up doing what it took. I don't know how. Like I said, the pressure was on, my fingers were shaking like crazy. But luckily, I tried to transfer the shake, transfer it down to the legs, get a smooth sticks, and I got all the DVR footage for you guys, so you guys should be able to get that. But I'm pumped. I'm going to Reno.
Makes me feel less like I'm going to die.
What are you doing here, man? What is this?
This nice setup. Yeah, let's start here. RCbenchmark.com.
So this is the thing we're talking about.
It's an amazing thrust stand. So it measures thrust, torque, a little bit of everything. RPMs, ESC power, efficiency. So the cool thing about it is it'll take all the numbers and work out how efficient the motor is, how efficient the prop is. So we've been adjusting our power packs pretty much to get more flight at more thrust for less juice. And that's what we're doing now, is we're looking at redoing the F-pack with the good old trusty red bottom motor.
Nice.
And a 6.3 prop. So you want to see how it works?
Yeah.
Oh, and then my nice
blast shield.
Blast shield, so if that prop decides it don't want to live anymore.
So you're basically going to go full throttle, right?
Yeah, for the most part. So you can either set it up to continuously record, or you can set it up to just click a button to take a sample. So I like doing it at quarter throttle, half throttle, 3/4, and then full throttle. And then that way we get 4 different points of information without having to scroll through.
And it records it all on
yeah, so right now if you look, you can go through, it has an accelerometer to see the vibrations and everything. Motor rotation speed is mechanical, or I guess electrical you could say, so it actually measures the pulses going to the motor. So we have that based on how many magnets are in the motor. The torque of the motor, the thrust, which actually when we read it here in a second, the thrust reads a negative number. So if it's negative 500, it's 500 grams of thrust. Then you have electric power, mechanical power. The voltage is a little bit different. So on this one, I'm running off a power supply. So we're not going to have the battery sag like you would if you're really flying. So it's just going to hold 12.4 dead. We'll have ESC current, motor efficiency, and prop efficiency. So what we do is I just watch current and thrust, just get an idea of what we're doing. Take 4 samples, and then we'll look at the chart.
All right, well, let's do it.
Have fun.
Let me set my camera up.
Black splash from your
It's getting intense, dude.
Dude, I'm scared. Oh my god.
1750, so 3/4 throttle. We have 12.4 amps at 480 grams of thrust. So we'll take it on up to full throttle. Throttle, 18 amps, 640 grams of thrust. So
That's awesome.
efficient. And right now we're at 76% efficiency.
Wow.
So we have a new F-Pack
We
motor.
have a new F-Pack. Yeah.
New F-Pack.
So what that is, what that sound was it has a temperature sensor in it.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll put a battery on there, test it with the actual voltage sag,
Real world.
go up and down with the throttle and see what it does. But I believe we do have a new F-Pack.
That's going to be a phenomenal power source. The nice thing is if you have like an Aero or something, you're going to have to keep your ESC on the outside.
Yeah.
But you're going to be able to run like a 5-inch 3-blade really efficient. And you actually have a favorite 3-blade, right?
Yeah, this one right here actually. That's the one we ran last week.
60-some-odd%.
That's what I use, I think.
Yeah, they're what is it? 543x3 V1S HQ prop, and on this motor was ridiculously efficient, really powerful.
Nice.
And if you put it on a 4-cell,
Yeah.
it was crazy. So with an Aero, with this prop,
Yeah.
with this, yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
So working in the future here, hopefully before Christmas time, we're actually working to develop our own branded motors, ESCs, servos. And one thing really cool here, this is kind of like an interim. We want to move things up to a higher efficiency, higher quality. The Emax red bottoms are really efficient and really good. We wanted to move on from the 2204s because those are kind of outdated.
Yeah, and the best thing I like about them is even though they're efficient, they're a good motor, the price is amazing on these. So you can still get a really good quality motor with good, thrust, everything
Especially
for a low
fixed wing.
cost.
For
Yeah.
fixed wing especially. So we're going to kind of remake this. We'll tell you right now that the new ESCs for these are going to be 20 amp ESCs, not 12 amps, so they have plenty of buffer. But we ran one for 4.5 minutes at 30 amps.
Yeah.
And the thing just blew right through it, no problem. And they're also going to be 4-cell
The
capable.
motor got hot.
Yeah.
And the ESC stayed fine.
The motor
It
was
was
literally
awesome.
smoking, and the ESC was just chugging along the whole time.
That's awesome.
So we want it 3-cell or 2-cell to 4-cell capable. We want a 3 amp BEC, which means you can run digital servos, things like that. And that's going to be for the small packs. The big ones, we're looking at 35 amps. So we're going to take the quality of our pack, reinvent it, take it to a whole nother level with efficiency, durability, and quality.
Dude, that's science.
Science for the win.
That's how TJ does science. Good job, man.
Thanks, dude.
All right, so we got audio, we're rolling, we're good. Yeah. We're back at the shop.
Back at the shop.
Ian's back at the shop, made it back safely.
Yep.
And he came home 7th, he's going to Reno. Reno, which is
Dude,
crazy.
going to Nationals, man.
Which is crazy, yeah. So he's going to be heading out there, and this is actually going to be the first event that we are going to be participating in, but we're not actually going to be there.
Right.
We have a new experiment that we're going to try, Flight Test Air Force. So in other words, we are actually putting together a team of pilots, RC gurus, not necessarily just multi-rotor or racers, anything goes. And they are going to be across the country, hopefully across the world one day.
Yep.
Basically, the idea is Flight Test, we are in a great position where we are going to be able to help support people that we believe will help us fulfill our vision. So obviously we are very busy, we make a lot of videos every week, we go to as many events as we can, but we just can't make it to every single event. So the idea is we're gonna go out there, we're gonna find pilots to join the team, and we're going to support them with whatever they need to go out and help push the hobby forward, while pushing themselves forward at the same time. Basically, as you saw with Ian's experience at the multi-GP race, there's a lot of young kids out there there who are getting into this hobby, and they're very, very talented. And our goal is to help support people who could potentially be positive role models for kids out there and help push them forward in a positive way.
Right.
So the first official team members are going to be Ian and Andrus, Thrash and Mango.
Thrash and Mango, let's go.
They're perfect candidates for this. We've always just been blown away by their heart to serve, not only other people, but just like the hobby in general. They're always trying to push it forward. Their values run in parallel basically with Flight Test. A lot of you guys who know Ian, if you've ever seen Ian at events, he's very competitive, but he's also just having a good time.
And he's the first to help anybody out when they need it.
Exactly, and actually he helps keep all of us in the air at all times. If anybody here at the shop has something wrong with the quads, Ian's always one of the first ones to come and help us fix it. So we're super excited about it. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys think this is a cool idea.
Also, we're getting t-shirts made.
Yeah.
That makes it official.
That's why we felt we had to say something about it, because we ordered t-shirts. We did. So anyways, we're super excited. We're super proud of Ian and Andrus. If you're going to Reno and you see Ian there, check him out. Yeah, we're actually gonna help sponsor Ian and his crew. He flies with the Cleveland Quad Squad, which is a local group here that flies quads, and they're just very laid back, positive group of individuals that just really love the hobby. So we're gonna be sponsoring part of their trip to help them get out there. And if you're going to Reno, make sure you say what's up, Ian. He loves hanging out. He's a very laid back guy. He'd love to fly with you, hang out, and just have a good time.
Exactly. Flight Test Air Force, commence in 3, 2, 1.